History of Languedoc Roussillon. Stretching from the Rhône to the Pyrenees, Languedoc Roussillon is France's largest wine region, a land of scale and diversity. Its vineyards were first planted by the Romans, and for centuries it was known as the country's workhorse, producing vast quantities of wine for everyday tables. But in recent decades, the region has transformed itself. Once synonymous with volume, it now speaks of innovation, authenticity, and terroir. Languedoc Roussillon is no longer just France's vineyard of abundance. It is a laboratory of styles, where tradition meets reinvention under the Mediterranean sun. The grapes. In Languedoc Roussillon, the vineyards do not speak with a single voice. They sing in blends. Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre, Carignan, and Cinsault form the backbone of the reds, each grape adding its own timbre. Grenache brings warmth and generosity, Syrah lends colour and spice, Mourvèdre anchors with depth and tannic strength, Carignan contributes rustic earthiness, and Cinsault offers delicacy and lift. Together, they create wines that are robust yet balanced, wines that carry the rhythm of the Mediterranean sun and the rugged hillsides. The whites, too, are a chorus of diversity. Grenache Blanc, Picpoul, Marsanne, Roussanne, and Vermentino yield wines of freshness and charm, each shaped by the breezes that sweep from sea to mountain. Picpoul is sharp and citrus-driven, perfect for oysters and seafood. Marsanne and Roussanne bring texture and weight, wines of quiet complexity. Vermentino adds fragrance, a whisper of herbs and flowers carried on the wind. These whites are luminous, refreshing and alive, crafted for the table as much as for contemplation. The diversity of grapes mirrors the diversity of landscapes, mountains, plains, and coastal breezes all shaping expression. To taste Languedoc Roussillon is to taste variety itself. Reds that roar with rustic power, whites that shimmer with maritime freshness, blends that embody the vastness of the land. It is a region where no single grape dominates, but where together they form a mosaic of voices, a chorus of authenticity under the Mediterranean sun. The appellations. In Languedoc-Roussillon, the appellations are like chapters in a vast book, each telling a different story of land, grape, and tradition. Minervois speaks with structure and spice. Its reds balance power with elegance, wines that carry the discipline of limestone and the warmth of Mediterranean sun. Minervois is the region's voice of refinement, proof that scale can yield grace. Corbière is more rugged, more untamed. Its wines are rustic, robust, often wild in character, echoing the scrubland and windswept hillsides. Corbière's is authenticity in a glass, a reminder that beauty can be raw and unpolished. Fitou, one of the oldest appellations, produces hearty reds with depth and earthiness. These wines are grounded, rooted in tradition, carrying the weight of centuries. Fitou is the elder voice of the region, steady and enduring. Picpoul de Pinet offers contrast, a white of piercing freshness, citrus-driven, sharp as sea air. It is the perfect companion to oysters and seafood, a maritime echo of the Mediterranean coast. Picpoul is clarity, a wine that refreshes like salt spray. Limoux tells a sparkling story. Long before Champagne claimed fame, Limoux was crafting Blanquette and Crémant with finesse. Its bubbles are lively, its wines joyous, proof that celebration has deep roots in the south. Limoux is the region's laughter, effervescence captured in glass. Côte du Roussillon and Collioure lie closer to the Pyrenees and the sea. Their reds are warm, sun-soaked, Mediterranean in spirit. And from these slopes come sweet vins doux naturels like Bagnols, shimmering with richness, wines that taste of sun and sea, of fruit and stone. Together, these appellations form a mosaic. Structured Minervois, rustic Corbière, earthy Fitou, fresh Picpoul, sparkling Limoux, and sun-drenched Roussillon. To taste them is to taste the vastness of Languedoc-Roussillon itself, a region where diversity is not contradiction but harmony, each appellation a different voice in the chorus of the south. The soils. The foundation of Languedoc-Roussillon lies beneath the vines, in a patchwork of soils that stretch across its vast expanse. Limestone, schist, clay, and sandy coastal plains each shape the wines differently, imprinting their character onto grape and glass. Limestone lends brightness and lift, wines of clarity and edge. Schist gives depth and minerality, a darker voice that speaks of stone and resilience. Clay brings weight and richness, grounding wines with body, and the sandy soils along the coast yield freshness and delicacy, wines that carry the whisper of the sea. The region's sheer scale means no single voice dominates. Every valley, every slope, every microclimate adds nuance to the chorus. A vineyard on limestone sings differently than one on schist. A coastal plain whispers differently than a hillside terrace. Together, they form a mosaic of terroirs, a landscape where diversity is not confusion but harmony. To taste Languedoc Roussillon is to taste this chorus of soils, each glass a different accent, each wine a reflection of land as vast and varied as the region itself. Laws and classifications. In Languedoc Roussillon, the AOC system has been a tool of transformation. Once dominated by vin de table, the region now boasts dozens of appellations, each protecting identity and quality. Alongside them, the IGP Pays d'Oc has become a symbol of freedom, allowing varietal labeling and innovation. Together, they reflect the region's dual spirit, tradition safeguarded by AOC, creativity unleashed by IGP. It is this balance that has allowed Languedoc Roussillon to reinvent itself as both guardian of terroir and pioneer of modern wine. Languedoc Roussillon is France's vineyard of scale, but also of reinvention. Its reds are robust and rustic, its whites fresh and maritime, its sparklings lively, its sweet wines luminous. From Minervois' elegance to Banyuls' richness, from Picpoul's citrus edge to Limoux' bubbles, the region speaks with many voices, yet always with Mediterranean warmth. To taste Languedoc Roussillon is to taste abundance transformed into authenticity, a region that proves that greatness can be born not only from prestige but from reinvention.